up and down, a bit slower, power play, dance it in. So almost like there's two Imad Wazims out there. In the first 6, and then after that. There you go, look at the change in speeds. Middle overs 85.6 on average. But he still has that quicker ball past the edge.
That's a wicked delivery. Knock off stump out of the ground, really. Brilliant. Comes off that forefinger. Just the one in it. Stay calm. Really good over. A wicket and a single. One ball remains in it. As Gordon bowled earlier, Harris Ralph in his follow through. I don't think the ball stopped in the pitch. I actually think that Asghar and Afghan got too early at it, just so tense, gripping the back tight, shoulders tight, goes hard at the ball, and popped it up to him. Ooh, 10 overs gone, 65 for 5. Next man in. Just need a little partnership here. We're going to ask the spinners to do anything later in the evening, providing there is no dew. And they need to try and eke out a score of that 130, 140 perhaps, if someone has a good back half with the bat. But all about Pakistan at the moment. Spin to deal with from Shadab Khan. Evening to you, Shane Watson.
Thanks for having me here, Simon Dool. It's just been a very busy game to watch so far. There's been a lot of emotion, over emotions, the beautiful passion as well from the Pakistani fielders and Babar Azam when they've taken wickets as well. And this is how much it means to both these sides. They know, both of them know how big a game this is. Pakistan know how big a game this is. Because Afghanistan can turn it on when they want.
So we can't get it through. Yeah, they're a side that over the years, depending on who they've been playing, have been able to defend those scores at around that 140, 150. Even lower at times. Just a slightly different kettle of fish tonight, though, with the quality of this Pakistan side.
Yeah, for me, the standout has been Harris Ralph. He's just something else. Yes, Shane Shafridi set the game alight, in particular against India, but Harris Ralph's energy and in the field as well.
Wrong into finish and a very tidy over 11 gone, 67 for 5. And he had to have bowling that magnificent catch as well. First wicket to fall off the bowling of Imad Wasim, running back, taking a great catch. Real athlete Harris Ralph.
Just continue to stream in here, and it's just added to the intensity of the whole ground. It's just beautiful to see the passion of Afghani fans, the Pakistani fans, and it's just filtered onto the field with the players as well.
Sonali around the wicket to the left-hander. Yeah, it's the colour, isn't it? First time we've been stuck in a traffic jam coming to the ground as well. It was early. We were here. Oh, we left 3 hours before the start of play. We were still stuck in a traffic jam trying to get into the stadium. It was crazy.
There's plenty of very passionate Afghani fans. As I was driving, he was coming in as well. A few hanging out of their cars, waving the Afghani's flag. Very cool.
Lovely slower ball from Hassan Ali.
Absolutely beautiful. The pride and joy in their countries shining through.
Well, we'll talk about the colour in the crowd. Afghanistan fans, for those who might be feeling a little bit down right now, take a look back at 2014 in a magic moment.
Brings up his half-century with the winning blow. What great win for Afghanistan in the end.
First ever win in a T20 World Cup for Afghanistan against Hong Kong in Chittagong, Bangladesh. Reminder for those that may not, Mark Chapman, who's now playing for New Zealand in this tournament, 38 of 43 for Hong Kong. Marcus Barkat, Atkinson and Tanweer for Hong Kong. Afghanistan getting the job done. Nabi was around. Shakur as well. Dawat Zadran and Shahzad helping Afghanistan to their first ever win in a T20 World Cup. Fond memories for many, I'm sure. It's tidy from Hassan Ali.
Nice and accurate from around the wicket, Hassan Ali. Just not giving Najib any real room there. Even for the balls a little bit wider there, just because of that angle from around the wicket. It's meant that it came off the top half of the back. Shadid Khan, who's electric at backward point, anywhere he feels. Inside the circle, moves laterally very, very well.
And again, on cue, Shane Watson, on cue, Shadar backs you up. 67 for 5. They bring colour, don't they?
I mean, all of these
Asian nations just have a little bit more about them than a lot of us down under, and maybe England fans are generally quite good, I guess, the travelling England fans, but I don't know whether the Kiwis and the Aussies and the South Africans do it quite as well.
excellent running. Oh, I thought that was going to ricochet his way. The thing that I love about Afghanistani crowds and the Pakistani crowds and Indian crowds as well, in particular Bangladeshis, how much fun they have at the ground. They really do. Yes, the Australians in particular normally need some Dutch courage on board before they really can enjoy themselves, but not required.
Yeah, 100%. They live for it, they're passionate about it. Flags, the colours, whether it be the face paint, so much of it. Great to see them back in the grandstands as well throughout this tournament. To this time, no.
You can see what Nabi's doing here. He's just trying to drag out this innings a little bit. He's seen how frenetic the innings has been so far. Nabi can come from ball one and hit boundaries. We've seen that throughout his whole career. He's as good as I've seen, the way he comes in and finds the middle of the bat. He's just trying to make sure that give the Afghanistan team something to bowl at, to be able to bring their world-class spinners into the game.
Swung away, short side, 20 of it. Enough. 6 for Najibullah.
Shadab Khan just got a little bit too full with his wrong one there. And Najib just reacted beautifully. Not premeditating that sweep shot at all. Just saw it a little bit full, a little bit straight. Oh, got the middle of the bat right on that. 72 metre 6. Beautifully struck.
Oh, great response. What a great response. The wronging from Shadab going across. Rizwan picks up the catch. 6 and out for Najibullah. That is wonderful bowling, wonderful skill from this Pakistan leg spinner. Najibullah Zabran goes for 22.
What a reply from Shadab Khan. The wrong, and he got it wrong the ball before, and that was perfectly pitched. Rizwan watched it beautifully. You see the excitement. Error ball the ball before, perfectly executed the next one. That's a skill this young man should have. It's not really what Afghanistan really wanted at that stage. 76 for 6.
Badin Naib is the new batsman. He was the skipper back in 2019 in the World Cup in England. End of Shadab's spell, 4 overs, 1 for 22, 76 for 6. Happy with that, Shadab Khan. Glove love as well from the opposition.
Yeah, Shadab Khan plays a lot of cricket around the world as well, in various T20 tournaments as well. Knows a lot of the players playing around the world, and he's pumped. He's a wicket taker. He's been wanting to take wickets as well. It's not too often he doesn't have a smile on his face, Shadab Khan. The thing that I love about Shadab Khan is he's very aware of what his role is within the Pakistan team. First of all, it is to be able to just be economical through the middle, to be able to just try and apply a bit of pressure so the batsman can't get away in the middle overs. But deep down, he's a wicket taker. He's always looking, especially if he hasn't got a wicket. That last over, the 4th over, is always the wicket taking over he's looking for.
Drops back, he goes for 4 straight away. Thickish edge. Down to the boundary for 4.
Mohammad Nabi, he is an experienced campaigner. Just sitting back, you can see him deep in his crease. All he's going to do is use the pace, use the length of Harris Ralph. Beautifully placed, the awareness of the fielders. Mohammad Nabi, very, very skillful, whether it's with the ball in hand or with the bat in hand as well.
You said he goes searching a little bit in his last over. This is a brilliant wrong in though, Watto.
Yeah, pitched it beautifully. pitched it beautifully, the perfect wrong and just a little edge as well, so the keeper didn't have to do too much work. Rizwan, beautifully taken, beautiful hands, and Shadab Khan, very excited. He's got that wicket he was looking for in those middle overs.
No run there. No run there. Harris Ralph, exceptional guy. Just have a look at this. A bowling coach's dream and an umpire's dream. Look how far back he's releasing the ball from. That foot is not getting anywhere near the front line. No issues for the umpire. I know it's called upstairs now, but there is absolutely no issues of him overstepping, having no balls, which is so costly. 3 hits in this game, so costly. I like it. And when you look at his speeds as well, which we'll bring up, he doesn't lack for pace. So it's not like that extra foot and a half is going to make him bowl it any quicker.
Every fast bowler normally is trying to get as much as they possibly can, pushing that front line, but not Harris Ralph. Not the way he's bowling. Not at the moment.
Not bowled the old wide, but not no balls. I felt there might have been something on there. Rizwan didn't hear anything. Neither did he. Crowd thought they might have. They've got 2 no balls in his career. Over 500 balls. You can see why.
I'll tell you one thing. The people who would be very happy that he doesn't bowl no balls, is the batsman who he's bowling to in the nets. No, nothing there. A lot of the time when you're facing the real fast bowls in the nets, they're normally over the front line by a little bit. But I would be surprised if Harris Ralph's not just bowling a long way behind the line, look after his mates.
That's a lovely shot. Beautiful timing. Mohamed Nabi with a boundary.
Mohamed Nabi. That is a beautiful shot. It's like the ball just sits so deep in his bat. The timing is just effortless. Didn't try to overhit that, sitting deep in the crease again, and just a little bit of movement as the ball was right under his eyes, head going through the line of the ball. And Babar Azam was not really wanting him to bowl that ball. Obviously he wants the ball to be a little bit shorter than that, doesn't want him to free his hands.
Got a sign language film. What was that half volley for? So just talking about the speeds in that over, 144. The one we just showed you where he was a foot and a half behind the line. Slower balls, 153, 145, so everything with pace on above 144. So he doesn't lose a lot. And okay, you might add 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 if he gets another foot closer, but he's just saying, I've got no interest in bowling a no ball. I do not want to give up a free hit. Making the umpire's job very, very simple. Let's stick with it. A little bit of room to overstretch if I want to put some more effort in. Not that he needs to. 14 gone, 86 for 6. Magnificent sight, isn't it? Thousands of people crammed into this wonderful stadium, and it is a great stadium. Always a little bit taken aback when I turn up here, sit in this commentary box. It's a very privileged position we sit in. The Ring of Fire, they call it here in Dubai. Ground staff, Toby and his team do a magnificent job. Just losing that one a little bit leg side. Well, the ICC and NSF are asking for greater commitment, connection and conversation around mental health, and also around physical well-being. Talking about the mental health challenges can be hard, but it is very important, particularly for us men. We don't like to talk about that sort of stuff very often. Have a look at some conversation starters and tips if you like. Speaking of tips, how about a batting tip, Shane Watson? Give us a little bit of an explanation on that.
This is beautiful batting. Mohamed Nabi's just not premeditating at all. I love he's just sitting there waiting for the bowler to make a mistake. Hassan Ali, change of pace, just floated out a bit too much. Didn't bowl it fast enough. And there's a beautiful follow through. Hit it right under his eyes. Impact right under his eyes. He didn't have to overhit it. Right in the middle of the bat.
Well, pace on this time. Races through to Rizwan.
Mohamed Nabi, he will know. For him to be able to score, to be able to get a total that they potentially could defend or something to bowl to, Hassan Ali is the bowler that he does have to target. Shane Shatterfree's got 2 more overs left. Haris Rauf's got 2 overs left as well. So if he really wants to put a bit of heat on Hassan Ali, this is the time. This is the over.
Pushing for 2, but it's not on. Big win against Scotland first up. Afghanistan, 130-run win. They were far too good. Scotland, Pakistan tonight, Namibia in a few days' time at Abu Dhabi. So they'll just make their way down the highway and sconce themselves in Abu Dhabi perhaps for the next 3 games. 31st and 3rd, then a nice break through until the 7th, their last game, which is against New Zealand down in Abu Dhabi. Pakistan's fixtures as well have played the so-called 2 big guns in their group so far. So the 3 big guns with Afghanistan tonight, and then Namibia and Scotland to come, Abu Dhabi and Sharjah. Doesn't seem to matter where you find Pakistan at the moment in this tournament. They have been exceptional in the early parts.
Pakistan have been an absolute treat to watch. The firepower they've got with the ball, skill through the middle, and their openness, Rizwan and Baba, has been a treat to watch.
Tell you what, big Matt Hayden's chest is a bit further out nowadays too. It doesn't get much further out than that chest, but I bet it's poking out a little bit more nowadays.
I haven't seen him poke out his chest as much since he stopped playing, actually. With his bat in hand, and now his chest is out, and as it should be. The Pakistan batsman, I believe, very privileged. Matt Hayden, the insights he has on the game, he was an incredible technical batsman and also mental batsman.
Add to that just a little bit of big boy power as well from Big Dots. Doing a great job. 15 gone, 93 for 6.
So 5 overs to go. What can Afghanistan get up to? Their fans will hope they'll get up to, what, 130, 140, but 6 wickets down. They need some magic from these 2, maybe a bit of magic from Rashid Khan. Afridi's got 2 left. Impressive figures again. 2 overs, 1 for 8. Afridi's in the ground. British fans. Shahid Afridi, Boom Boom is in the house. Could well be over shoulder height. It is, it's a wide.
So the pace is up, 86 miles an hour. That's Pakistan's hit Afghanistan with pace. It's been Shaheen Shah Afridi and then it's been Haris Rauf. And that frenetic start to the game was because Afridi was bowling at such pace. Yes, Imad got the wickets, yes, Pakistan got control, but it's that extra bit of pace that really hits you.
That will be four. Overcorrection. Bouncer, leg start, half volley. Flicked away by Gurbanin.
Just the delivery you want at any stage of your batting. Down the leg side, just help it along, clip it away. Timing there, but it's the pace of the bowler used.
Frustrated, cross with himself there, that was a freebie. And he's back on it. Get a score, Afghanistan, get a score for your spinners. Give them something to bowl at. 140 on a pitch that would have been used twice. So far, very steady stuff in the power play, out of the power play. That's what wickets do for you. Opposition cannot get away from you when you get wickets in that power play. 20 overs becomes a reasonably long time. Good stop, half stop. It should only be a single. It is. Fielding has been good from Pakistan. 100 up for Afghanistan.
The intensity's been really high throughout the game and it's shown in the fielding. Shadab, excellent. One of the better fielders. He appreciates that. He knows Pakistan are on song.
Into the gap and run.
Yeah, Shaheen Shah Afridi over the years, pretty upright, now slightly slingier, and maybe that's because of a lot of white ball cricket and back end you want to be slingier and get the ball to reverse. And when he started off, he was more a conventional swing bowler. Now he can reverse it as well and make sure that he doesn't provide the batsman any width.
And bowls a good Yorker with that slingy action as well. End of the over, 101 for 6.
Blue ball with the ball swinging back in, so getting slightly more swing back in with that slingy action, especially with the new ball. You get the ball to go dart back in, and that's made a difference.
Yeah, he's been very impressive in this tournament at the start and at the end. 4 overs for Afghanistan to get up towards 140. The other man who's been very impressive as well, Haris Rauf now. Well, into the pitch, he'll bowl back of a length quick, and then those off-cutters that he bowls. Clip leg side. fielding has been good, and that big boundary on that side. Talking about good fielding, plenty of it. Harris Ralph himself over his shoulder, not an easy catch, an important catch. It was pretty easy from Barbara Azam, but the ground fielding on the boundary, very good. Keeping from Rizwan, there was a brilliant take for the googly that Shadab bowled. There is that slow ball.
He's been excellent with the gloves. He's fantastic overall. And to his batting to that. And as you will always watch Pakistan, and they've been up and down, but this is one of those tournaments where they're just riding a high.
Yeah, I've always felt they're a good tournament side. So when England played them in the summer in 50-over cricket, they lost comfortably to a very weakened England side. But out of tournament cricket, they're up and down. Yes. It's a beauty. It's turned him round in an S there. And even Rizwan found that amusing. Yeah, in a tournament, watch out for him. Good seam position there. It's a beauty.
Once you've got a couple of bowlers who are on song and bowling in excess of 90, it becomes quite difficult. And I think that Pakistan tonight especially have hit Afghanistan with pace. This man on screen and then Harris Ralph.
Yeah, the one thing they've done wrong, I think they've pitched it up a little bit too much to Nabi. Nabi 21 from 24. I think they've got to carry on bowling back of a length to Nabi when he gets on strike. These are the variations he's developing. You think he's up at 92 miles an hour. Your beans are going as a batter, you're hyper, and then suddenly the slower ball comes, deceives you.
And that too into the pitch, which is important. You don't want to float it up, you want to be back of a length. You've seen this in all the UAE venues where you go back of a length and keep it there. Even at the back end, sometimes it's better off just bowling length rather than searching for the Yorker.
Search for the Yorker, that's his variation. All going Pakistan's way, and you can see Nabi's getting frustrated now at the non-strikers end. He's been off strike for a long time. He wants to get back on strike, he wants to get into hitting mode. They've soaked it up for a while. They need to find the boundaries with himself and Rashid Khan when and if he comes in.
"19 deliveries to go," and you're thinking, well, 30 runs?
Now the cutter, drag leg side to the bigger boundary. And again, Nabi's going to lose the strike. 104 for 6. To go, one for Afridi definitely, and one for Ralph. So you have to find one who's yet to bowl. Hassan Ali will bowl one as well. There's your 3. Only need 5 bowlers.
Number 17 done, and Afghanistan won the toss, elected to bat. Hassan Ali and Harris Ralph to finish the overs off, but Barbara Azam, he likes to chase, so they will be well happy with the way that the toss went, and obviously then the bowling. Afghanistan want runs on the board right now. It doesn't seem like it's enough. They needed a blitz with somebody to have a 10 ball 20.
Three overs to go. They need a cameo from someone to find the boundary. Probably the end that's been bowled by Hassan Ali. It's a shorter boundary, leg side. This is the over they might target. is the over they target, that shorter boundary leg side.
Slow length ball and picked up leg side. Just in that zone. He's always targeting that leg side, and just Hassan Ali spinning the ball back in and it's smashed away.
Smart batting, wait for the shorter boundary leg side, two right-handers in. Now what are Pakistan going to do? Can they hide the ball outside off stump? Every plan has worked so far, but Hassan Ali knows that this is the over they're coming after him. And this is the over the Afghan fans want boundaries, leg side. In the slot, even though it was a slow ball. This one wants the field changing. I reckon he's got to try and hide the ball outside off. Wide Yorkers. We shall see.
Bang in the middle. Long speed of 131. Went pretty flat as well, so 12.2 meters.
Will there be a change of plan? Will he hide it outside off? He goes full. Drag leg side in the gap. That should be 4 more. It is 10 from the first 2 balls of Hassan Ali. Afghanistan on the charge.
Gulbuddin with his muscle. Goes full, ball just drifting back in, so the angle takes it leg side, but he struck it really well. Shorter boundary, but straight into the gap.
Any advice now for Hassan Ali? The skipper's gone up. Rizwan's gone up. Shadab's gone up for a chat. Field often tells you what they're trying to do. I think they're changing it now. The fact that another man's gone out offside, surely this means hide it outside off. Hide it away from the short boundary. That's what the batters now talk about. Watch out for the one hidden outside off. You can see backward point boundary, mid-off boundary.
Does he now walk offside? Is that ramp shot in play?
Outside off, it was there to hit again. They should come back for 2. They do. Left arm throw.
Hassan Ali has got away with that one. Not the delivery that he was supposed to go with the field set. He's gone for the slow one into the pitch and is almost perfect in that hitting zone leg side. There's that 6. It looks a pretty good shot wherever you look at it from.
Right in the hitting zone though. Right in the arc of the right-hander. Needs to hide it from that arc. Can he go again here, Gulbuddin? Over extra. Not timed. There is a man out there. There are 2 of them. And they work as a pair. There's a man really good.
Smart batting though. He knew the ball outside off some. Hit it over extra. Fuckers the man well. He's done really well. That is absolutely fine.
All these runs saved could be vital in an hour and a half's time. Good batting though. Just swing aimlessly, went offside. Long on in play. Long on, Snow, it goes through him for 4. Brilliant over this for Afghanistan. There's still a ball left and they've had 18.
It's gone quick quickly, it's gone flat. Shadab maybe just thinking about the catch. It's right off the meat, it's gone travel to Shadab. Shadab wanted to bring out that big dive, but in the end, wasn't there.
Flags have gone up every delivery this over. Their fan, look at that, 164, 224. Can they finish with another boundary? Will keep the strike again. Hassan Ali throws. Brilliant over for Afghanistan. 19 from it. 123 for 6. May not be the end of the over. They're going to check. And it is.
It just keeps happening this over. It's over that, so free hit. And already it's been the over that Hassan Ali is trying to end, and it's not ending.
I think he knew that, Hassan Ali. He just turned round. He wasn't going to his fielding position. As they were checking, I reckon as a bowler you sort of know you're close, if not over. Shadab trying to calm him down. From it, last ball. And finally Nabi gets on strike. It's it long on. It will just be a single, an expensive over. 21 from it. 125 for 6. We said, can they get up to 140? That good over has given them a serious chance. Good partnership building here. 49 in just 35. Going to be Ralph, which is the right move because the left armour bowling the 20th with just the angle going across will help protect the shorter boundary. So he's got his bowlers the right way round here. Freedy going across the right-hander and Ralph just bowling it into the pitch to the longer boundary. Much needed momentum though in that 17th over, correction 18th over. Leg side, bigger hit, doesn't go to the sweeper, just a single.
The 50 partnership of just 36 deliveries in that last over has put pressure back on Pakistan. You're looking at maybe 130 now, that goes to 140, maybe 145. And obviously will be banging into the pitch. Occasionally he'll try for the Yorker as well.
Will he back himself here, Wilberdin to take on the big boundary, or can he scoop it up over short, fine leg? Takes on the big boundary. This time they might think of 2. No, the fielding's good. Big game this evening, 2 big games tomorrow as well. First up, we've got South Africa playing against Sri Lanka. That's from Sharjah, 2 p.m. local time. And then the big one tomorrow night. England against Australia. 2 unbeaten sides in Group 1. They'll head-to-head 6 p.m. here in the Dubai International Stadium. Edged. That should go away for 4. It does.
That turn was just brought in before this delivery, and what happens, the outside edge races away. Always a chance with that big swing. Almost
a very calm way. It's the way they play. He's going to be swinging himself off his feet again here. Hit hard. Can the sweeper get round to that? No! This is a brilliant partnership now developing. Afghanistan back in this game.
That's been top leg side. It's come right off the middle. It's the big boundary, but he's hit it so hard. Watches it onto the back, it's in the gap, and it's gone flat. It's bounced away.
31 runs off the last 10 balls, 42 off the last 3 overs and 4 balls. Much needed momentum. Can they get back for 2 this time? No, is the call from Nabi.
So now with this last delivery, Arish Rauf has third and fine leg in the circle. The offside is the way to go. You go into the pitch, probably preempt that by giving yourself a bit of room maybe. Now there's a change in field again. Or not. Long off just outside.
Dragged away, that will be 4 more. 15 from the 19th over, 140 for 6. 36 runs scored of the last 2 overs.
And suddenly 150 looks on target. 4 delivery, well, it's really tough with fine leg and third in the circle. Either way, you're going to be punished. The swivels around. This is brilliant from Afghanistan.
Partnership 64 in 41 deliveries between Gulbuddin and Nabi, the skipper. Finally, some tall buildings for Afghanistan. Overs gone, 140 for 6. Shaheen Shah Afridi to finish the innings. Just that angle to the right-handers makes it slightly more difficult to go leg side. That's why every side loves a left armour. A brilliant Yorker, Shaheen Shah Afridi. He may have different plan from Ralph, who went into the pitch. Will he go to his Yorker early? Length, misses out there. Nabi was deep in his crease.
Well, just a word now. You're probably telling Gulbuddin that he'll aim for the Yorker, so just hang back. Also has the option of maybe opening the face. Third and point and fine leg in the circle, so behind the wicket is also an option.
Brilliant, brilliant partnership from these two. Can they just keep it going for 5 more deliveries? Get it up above 150.
Just down the leg side and it's swiveled around. Fine leg in the circle, so an easy shot.
Now he'll try and use his crease here, the depth in his crease to get some kind of elevation on the ball. He's back, gets the Yorker in, well played, excellent cricket. No 2 there to the shorter boundary. Excellent cricket there. Everything about that. The Yorker, the shot, the fielding.
Shine sharp, really had to get it perfect, and he got it perfect. Oh, that's a good shot. I don't know how to describe that, but the shovel leg side work.
Brilliant cricket. Skills on show. Just that 64-metre hit, that's what they're looking for. Angles against them. He's good, this lad. He's good with the new, he's good with the old.
He's just going to that Yorker, he's just consistently trying, nailing that. And this is a terrific last over first 4 deliveries. Since the 17th over, boundaries have flowed, but obviously the power leg side is what has made the difference.
And again, they may come back for 2 this time. Still no run-out chance. No run-out chance. Chaos. I think there's just one scored there. Chaos.
It's the Yorker again, that is fantastic. But after that, he's not getting to the stumps. A direct hit from Baba would have done it. And it would come down to that last delivery. The boundary would help the Afghans. 145 for 6. Shine Shah Preeti has been brilliant last over. He's scored 5 deliveries and he's nailed that Yorker every time.
Last ball of the innings, great overs so far from Afridi. Just 5 singles. Can he finish off? Now, squaring umpire will have a look at that. He's going to call it a no ball. He's going to call it a free hit on height. Was it above waist height? It was.
No lack of drama in this game. Yesterday you thought that Shine Shah Preeti had bowled the perfect over. Last delivery slips up. Harbour not happy, he's having a word.
I think Baba wants it checked, really. Sometimes they check this from sideways on. Was it above waist height in your normal stance? Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. So, free hit. Three runs from the 6 free hits so far, and they cashed in on the last free hit. It's clip leg side, should only be a single, so apart from the free hit, a good over from Afridi to end, but plenty of momentum from Afghanistan. Very fine partnership between Nabi and Gulbuddin of 71 gets them up to 147 for 6.
Runs to the over, but it's all about these guys on screen. Partnership that means that Afghanistan now have something to bowl at. Pakistan were terrific till the 17th over. And then after that, well, it was all Afghanistan. We were pretty happy with the way it ended. Well, 20 overs, 148, you would take that. But after that terrific start, you would think that Pakistan would have expected more.
Yeah, it depends which way you look at it, really. They'd have wanted to chase less because of the position they were in, but remember, they chased down 151 against India to win by 10 wickets. Eventually, a good crowd came in. There was a few issues getting in the ground, but great atmosphere between these two neighbours. Slow start for Afghanistan. Azai Shahzad, Raman Mullah, Afghan Jana went Najib went, but then that partnership, 35 apiece between Nabi and Gulbuddin. Excellent partnership in just 48 deliveries.
Goal was spot on. Shine Shafridi 1 for 22, 2 for Imad, 1 for Hassan, 1 for Shadab.
Let's get down to the pitch. Mark Nicholas has Imad Wasim with him.
First up, that must have been an electric experience in front of this crowd.
Yes, it's fantastic. I think both the teams, the supporters are here, so it's fantastic to be in here.
And a very frantic start, particularly when you guys were bowling in the power play. Wickets fall.